Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. It's Sunday. Going to do our study group for warriors. I don't think I have any new subscribers this week, so I'm not going to bother explaining how we get down. You guys know how it works. Let's get into it. You have to pray for your enemies, according to the Bible. How do you pray for your enemies, and why would you? Well, I mean, it's easy to wish death upon them, but your hatred is the song of the devil. Your hatred is a demon. You're possessed by a demon. Hatred is evil inside of you. You pray for your enemies. You pray for their salvation, the salvation of their soul. They're sitting over there across town wanting to kill you. And you're preparing for it. You know they're coming. But instead of praying for their death, praying for a car to run over them or something, you pray for the salvation of their soul. Pray for each one of your enemies to see the light. Here's the next one. Your enemies become your masters when you let someone control your emotions. Don't let anyone steal your flow. And you say statements like, oh, they just make me so mad. They make you mad? No one can make you mad. That battle is within. If you're allowing others to make you mad, they own you. They're your masters. They become your master. They're not your enemies. They're your masters, your slave. You are their slave. Let's talk about forgiveness a little bit. Here's the path to forgiveness. You want to forgive somebody, people have to go through these 4 steps. Otherwise, forgiveness is really difficult. In order to forgive somebody, they have to confess. Did you do that? And if they're still like, no, I didn't do it, how are you going to forgive them? They have to confess. And then they have to atone. They have to be sorry. They have to feel sorry. Confession and atonement in that order. And then they have to take action in order to right the wrong. They have to actually take steps to pay you back or to fix what they broke or whatever. And then, that's not the end of it. They've confessed. They've said they're sorry. They've fixed what was wrong. That's not the end. They have to prove their loyalty. And then you can forgive. Here goes the next one. If you don't forgive, so you say, I don't want to forgive, fuck them, I'm not going to forgive. So if you don't forgive, you won't be forgiven by God. Grudges don't get into heaven. See, when we talk about forgiveness, we got to get into the Jesus stuff. And I got a real problem with Jesus. I do. Jesus is my homeboy. But I got problems with some of the stuff that he says. So Jesus said, do good to those who hurt you. What the fuck, dude? Do good to those who hurt you? What are you talking about, man? Bless those who curse you. Look, I'm really good at cursing. If you've watched my videos, I curse like a sailor. I'm really good at cursing. I'm supposed to bless people who curse me? No, I'll curse you back. Pray for those who mistreat you. This stuff is so difficult. Let me stay on this page just for a little bit longer. Here's a couple more statements that Jesus said. I just want to continue with this. I have several written down. I was going to move on, but I just want to continue on with this one a little bit because these are hard, man. These are some quotes. I just read 3. I'm going to read 3 more. These are quotes by Jesus in the New Testament that I have a hard time with. If I was there when Jesus was giving this monologue, oh, I'd be shaking my head. I'd be raising my hand saying, excuse me, Jesus, I don't think so, homeboy. This is what I call the no fucking way part of the New Testament. Because when I read it, I say, no fucking way. So Jesus said, if anyone strikes you on one cheek, let him hit the other one also. Why? If you're lucky enough to get that shot off and you struck me on one cheek, why would I let you hit the other one also? Wouldn't I just walk away? I mean, I'd probably kill you. I'd tear your little head off. That lucky shot, that cheap shot you got to be the last punch you ever throw. Cut your arm off, both your arms off. You never throw a punch again. But no, I'm supposed to, according to Jesus, according to my homeboy, I'm supposed to give you the other cheek. Here you go. Hit the other one too. Why? If someone takes away your coat, let him have your shirt as well. Well, so I'm naked. Why not give him my underwear and my socks too? Why not take him to my house and give him everything? Give him my whole house. Why? If someone's lucky at, look, I carry a pistol, so if you think you're going to take anything from me, you're not. You're going to get a bunch of lead in you. But if you're lucky enough to get away with my jacket, why would I take off my shirt? Oh, here you go. Why? Why, Jesus, why? And he says, this is just stuff that it's so hard for me to digest. Give to everyone, not just someone, not just some people. Give to everyone who begs from you. Whew. I mean, that's just that's so hard for me to figure out this stuff. So if we're talking about forgiveness, how often should I forgive my brothers? How often am I supposed to forgive? And Jesus had an answer. He says, you will forgive 7 times 70. So I did the math on my little calculator. That's 490 times. I'm supposed to forgive someone 490 times? So on the 491st time, that's when I can twist their head off? Let's go to the next one. A lot of people look at forgiveness as a sign of weakness because they think forgiving is forgetting. They think forgiving is giving someone a pass. But forgiveness is the ultimate form of strength. Forgiveness is true strength. A king who can forgive is a powerful king. Any weak king can say, off with their head. Any weak, sick, demented king can start killing their own subjects. It takes a strong king to forgive. Holding on to anger, resentment, and negativity is the weakness. That's the poison. That's why it's weakness, is because when you hold on to that anger, to that hatred, you literally weaken yourself, physically and mentally. So you can't look at forgiveness as weakness. Forgiveness is absolutely strength. Let's ask this question. This is kind of a dark question. Could you resist killing someone even if you knew you could get away with it? So you got the foolproof plan and you know you get away with it. You're not going to get busted. Could you resist? That's the question. Could you resist killing someone? Knowing that you get off scot-free, nobody's coming for you, no one will ever know, ever. See, here's the real question. Have you ever spared someone's life? That's what we're getting at. Could you resist killing someone even if you knew you could get away with it? I can kill you, and no one will stop me. But I won't. Have you ever been presented with that scenario? I have. It's so hard. You kind of feel like shit afterwards. You walk away thinking, man, I should have killed that motherfucker. It'd probably make me feel better. it feels like it would be the right thing to do. That would be justice. Could you let a guilty man go? He's guilty. He's guilty, and he deserves punishment in your mind, but could you spare his life and let him go? That's hard. I've done that. You know, when I read this, it kind of took me back for a minute. This is all along the same thread. We're talking about forgiveness. As the Romans beat Jesus, the Romans had arrested Jesus, and he's in front of Pontius Pilate, and he's being beaten, whipped. And they're loving it. These Roman soldiers are loving it. And they're really going to town on Jesus. Oh, they're not holding back. And they're going to kill him. His crucifixion is coming next. They crucify him. They beat him. And then they put a crown of thorns on his head to mock him, to shame him. And he's bleeding and beaten and broken. He has to carry his own crucifix and then go be nailed to it. And as Jesus is going through this awful torture, he knows. You got to remember who he is, what kind of character he is in the book. Jesus is divine. Jesus is holy. Jesus is part of the Holy Trinity. With one snap of his fingers, with a simple thought, Jesus could have had all the angels, all 127, how many angels are there, you biblical experts? All 127 angels could have come to his back, ready to fight, ready to destroy all of humanity, could have destroyed the whole planet like that, just like that. Oh, I'll show you motherfuckers, hit me one more time and see what happens. Like that, you're done. He easily could have done that, and he held back. He didn't just hold back. This fucking crazy hippie actually forgave them. We all sat in heaven looking down saying, we're ready, homeboy. We're ready for fucking war. We'll have your back. We'll destroy all of those little fucking ants. We'll kill them all to say the word. We're ready. And he sat there and he said, no. None of us understood it. Still don't understand it.